and fashion social media influencer Rashika Karriem, better known as Sheeka's Closet, joins us now in the loft to discuss the importance behind education for young ladies who are aspiring to become social media influencers. Welcome to the loft, Sheeka.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Now, girlfriend, we are excited to have you because what's even more exciting, I don't know if you know this, but you are actually a fan favorite, one of our top fans on Afternoon Express, and one of our viewers, his name is Bradley Brown, specifically said, hey, we have to get Sheeka's Closet onto the loft. So we were like, you know what? We're going to follow suit. So it's such a pleasure to have you. So firstly,
I'm honored.
So firstly, homegirl, let's take it all back. Back to when it all began. Let me know a little bit about the girl from a small town who had big dreams. Tell us a little bit about your journey to the big city.
Okay, so I am Rashika. I'm an Afrikaans-speaking girl from Worcester, a very small town. And after school 10 years ago, I moved to Cape Town to go and study. So in 2011, I started studying BCom law. After that, I completed my LLB degree. And then after that, I did my honors in industrial psychology. So, yeah, it's been a few years. In Cape Town, my first year was very difficult at university because I had to sit with a dictionary because all my subjects were in Afrikaans and I used to speak Afrikaans my whole life, and now I'm sitting in class, I don't understand a word. So, yeah, it was quite difficult to, to adapt, but we got there finally.
Girl, I don't know how you did it. You know, a lot of people don't know this about me, but English was actually my first language that I learned before Zulu or Xhosa, and I'm still struggling. So congratulations to you. Now listen, with all these degrees and papers backing you, how did you make the transition to social media influencer?
Okay, so after my studies, I started working as a site acquisition specialist. And while doing that, I did law school part-time. Law school is like basically articles to become a lawyer. And I used to sit in traffic every day after work for an hour and a half, and I decided to start telling office stories. And people found me so funny. They thought I'm so relatable and real. And that's where it all started. When the following started growing, I'm like, okay, so I can use this now to showcase my other talents, such as my fashion skills and beauty skills, and today I'm a full-time social media personality. That's what I call myself to sound cool.
What do you mean to sound cool? Girl, you are cool.
Thank you.
Okay, so you know what I love about your story, and what specifically, Rashika, resonates with myself is that you followed your heart, you followed your authentic self, and in fact, it's not like you set out for a career in social media. You were just being you, and you found your stories from the office hilarious, so hilarious that you had to share, and other people were able to relate, connect, and fall in love with the person that they saw on their cell phones, and then that's what made you grow your following. So so essentially here, what my take home is, this is a lesson of just be you and the rest will follow.
Definitely. I think I am where I'm at today because of people that finding me so relatable. My brand is so real and raw, and you don't get it every day. People think that you have to be perfect and you have to look a certain way and do certain things to be cool and, to be acceptable. But I try and show people that that's not true. I sit in my pajamas, I unwrap my gifts. I'm showing them that this is life, this is real. So, yeah.
And this is who you are. Rashika, I was telling you a story of, I was watching you, stalking you on social media, but what's new? And I came across a video of you saying, you can't compare yourself to other people and you shouldn't compare yourself to other people. And you continue to tell your own story, but you were interweaving Afrikaans because that is your mother tongue. And homegirl, I do not understand a word of Afrikaans, but it's that authenticity and that realness. I connected as if I understood, and I was laughing. I couldn't stop laughing. I also love the fact, though, that in our conversation, you've touched on fashion and the fact that you've loved to express yourself through fashion. And now your content focuses very much on modest fashion and finding one's own personal style. So how does what does modest fashion mean to you as a content creator?
Okay, so when I was growing up, the media, I always saw the media sexualizing women and trying to show us that if you are showing more skin, that's the only way to look sexy. And I wanted to use my platform to show my upbringing. You know, I come from a more conservative, modest upbringing. And I wanted to show people that you can feel empowered by all sorts of ways. Like there's no one way to feel sexy and confident. So I'm a bit more modest, but I'm still feeling sexy. I'm showing other people that you can feel confident. Yeah, you can rock it without looking like an Oma.
I love that.
Yes.
So, Rashika, tell us a little bit more about creating a vlog, but before creating a vlog, more than anything, creating a vlog to celebrate 100,000 follower mark on Instagram. Congratulations, homegirl.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I created the vlog for reaching 100,000 followers because it was a big moment in my life. I've been working towards it for 3 years. And I always tell people your worth is not defined by the number of followers and the number of likes. But unfortunately, this is my job. So the more followers I get, the more brands I get, brands I get to work with me, the more work I get, which means more money. So it's a big moment in my career for me. So I got everything sponsored on the day, my cake, my balloons, my hair, my lashes, my everything. So yeah, that was quite a big moment for me. And my followers were quite happy for me because they know that's like the first goal, you know, reaching that 100K followers.
And I feel like there's also a sense of like, that's the girl next door. That's the girl I grew up with. You know, we all know a Rashika. We've all grown up with a Rashika. And that's the beauty of you. But I think what also just radiates so true is the beauty of education that is within you. You, of course, have the education to fall back on if things hadn't worked out for you on the social media spectrum, and thankfully it did. But what advice do you have for young girls out there in high school wanting to make a lifelong living to become a social media influencer, but not wanting to further their education?
Okay, so what I'm about to say is very important, and I always tell it to young girls especially. All jobs are important. It's not just social media celebs and influencers. So if you are passionate about something else, like teaching, painting, anything else, go for it. I left my job about 8 months ago because I'm passionate about, you know, entertainment. If you have something else that's going for you, go for it. And I also want to say that if you do want to become an influencer or you do want full-time something on social media, have a backup. If I don't want to do this in 20 years anymore, I always have a backup. I can always do something with my other degrees. So if you have the means to go and study something, and I'm not saying you can only be successful if you study, but if you have the means to go and study something that you also love, just for that backup, it's always good to have. Education is always good to have. No one can take that away from you ever.
Absolutely. That is RASHEEQAH KARRIEM, South Africa's social media influencer, but someone who stumbled upon it just by being her, being authentically herself. And now we can all enjoy Rashika's closet. Thank you so much for joining us, Sheeka, and we appreciate everything that you do. Bye.
Pleasure. Bye.
Now, South Africa, if you find education as important as Sheeka does, please do head over to our social media platforms and let us know your thoughts. But remember to use the hashtag #AfternoonExpress.